Hey guys, this is Anime Ball Z here, and today we're going to be doing the 9th part of What If Goku Was an Elite Saiyan. Please like to help with the video's algorithm and subscribe. It's totally free and you can unsubscribe when you want. There's nothing much else I want to say in the intro, so without further ado, let's get into the video.
Winter time, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag, disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school.
Hit, now considerably injured, seems concerned at the power that Vegeta possesses. Vegeta runs ahead with his newfound strength, and as he runs, his aura fades into the wind. This is now the perfected version of his form. Hit uses time skip to try and catch Vegeta off guard, but Vegeta somehow predicts his movements and throws out a lucky kick to Hit's gut, following up with a spinning heel kick to his head before he's even able to land. Following this strike, Vegeta chases directly after him and punches him several times in his torso, forcing him towards the end of the ring. Once Hit is forced back, he lets loose and finally powers up, showing his maximum power. Vegeta leaps off his feet and Hit does the same, and they clash, giving off a similar scene to Cabba and Gohan just prior. As they fall from this blow, they continue to throw powerful hits at each other and are seen to be bang on equal. Vegeta swivel kicks Hit back, but then he gets hit in his back by him. Once he knocks back, he gets kneed into the air, but as he falls back, he swings and kicks a jumping Hit in his chest to knock him upwards. Vegeta then flies up and punches Hit in the stomach, throwing him further up. As Hit raises up, they both stop for a brief period and fly towards each other as fast as they possibly can. Once they come close enough, they trade blows and Vegeta is forced into the arena floor, with Hit hitting the top of the arena wall. Vegeta then backflips and Hit lands ahead of Vegeta. Hit seems quite injured now, but Vegeta is very bloody and weak, with a heavy pant to his breath. Seeing that Hit could possibly overpower him, Vegeta tries to up the stakes and use a transformation never seen before. Hit tries to get his breath back and is also quite intrigued to see what the Saiyan has in his arsenal. His aura starts to gain flashes of green energy, eventually fusing into a stronger blue colour. His irises then switch to a yellow colour and his muscles buff up slightly. Wow, a new Saiyan form. Now I will destroy you, Vegeta shouts with a slightly deeper voice than before. Next, he teleports behind the assassin and predicts him moving too. After this, he then appears behind Hit and kicks him in his back, launching a double hand energy wave into his back as well. Once this happens, Hit stands there heavily injured and drops to a knee in exhaustion. Now a slightly more brutal Vegeta from his transformation appears above Hit. In one hand, the blue energy blast grows within it and becomes incredibly dense. The air around him becomes violent and blasts around from him as he does this. If there were waves below him, they would be raging from this growth of condensed ki. Hit, who is very injured and exhausted, looks up to see the bright blast that is growing above him. "Big Bang Attack!" he shouts, throwing the blast down with as much force as he can muster. Hit is too weak to react and just smiles as he has had the fight of his life. The blast lights up the entire arena like Gohan's light grenade and even makes it tremble as it struggles to contain its harsh energy. Once the smoke clears, Hit is laid flat on the ground, barely holding onto his breath. Vegeta returns to his base form and just chuckles with his arms crossed, pleased that he won, but also pleased that he won and had a blast with a very strong foe. With this, the tournament has come to a close. Every foe has been taken down and almost all of Universe 7 seem to be doing just fine. Now for the next arc, the Future Trunks arc. Since Future Trunks was left unchanged in the Cell Saga, this shall be the same for the Dragon Ball Super arc. What I mean by unchanged is that Goku wasn't an Elite Saiyan in his timeline. However, since Goku Black came from the present timeline and not the future one, he will have Elite Saiyan DNA. This means that Goku Black is way stronger. We will get into all of this later once he makes his appearance though. Starting off with Trunks' arrival, things go similar with everyone being perplexed by him going in to strike Goku. Once he gives out all of the info about what's going on with the future timeline though, everyone gets an idea of what's going on. All of the Saiyans are also very eager to test out their might in a battle. Now let's get into the spar with Trunks. Goku is the one who is eager to spar him, and since he is the clear strongest, the rest of the Saiyans let him have the battle. Goku faces Trunks and just stays in his base as Trunks powers up into his Super Saiyan 2 form. "You sure you can handle me in just your base?" Trunks wonders, surprised by Goku's calmness. "Yes, my training has made me grow leagues ahead of any power I possessed when you met me. Allow me to show you," Goku says, waggling his tail as he begins to power up. With some little struggle and focus, he transforms into his Akari form. This only gives him a 10 times multiplier, but it's definitely more than enough to take down Trunks. Goku flies forwards as well as Trunks and the two fighters clash together. Trunks flips forwards to try and kick Goku downwards, but Goku fades from his sight. Then from above he kicks Trunks in his back and shoots him down towards the ground with another punch. Trunks seems quite hurt but isn't willing to stop now, flying back up to try and just land a scratch on the Elite Saiyan. He swings wildly and persistently, but Goku is just evading every attack that comes his way. Once Trunks overswings though, Goku is able to slip easily and punch a Saiyan in the stomach so hard that he literally drops his sword. Following this strike, Goku spins around violently to kick Trunks in his chest, forcing him downwards. As he starts to drop, he then shoots in one lone ki blast that hits his opponent and causes a massive explosion. Once this explosion decays, Goku just returns to his base and the others come down to try and help up Trunks. You really are strong, Trunks replies, taken aback by Goku's strength. Yes, we train with gods now. I possess godly power too, but you definitely aren't strong enough to contend with me while I use that power. Trunks after this is way more confident to see what the group can do against Goku Black since he far surpasses them. Also, I am following the manga continuity, so Goku Black will have a Super Saiyan form just like in the manga canon, not the anime. This is due to me reading the manga and not the anime. So, like in canon, Goku befriends Zeno. This time though, he isn't as childish and just stupid and he shows more respect to him, but he still is not scared as the others and refers to him as Zenchan. Now let's get into the group heading to the future. This time, all of Goku, Vegeta, Raditz and Nappa head to the future and they completely fill up the time machine and each of them have little space for themselves. Once they arrive, they are quick to leave and they heal Mai, following up by flying up towards Goku Black. Goku Black smirks once he sees the four warriors and makes a quick stance. Goku, I have your power, don't think that you can stop me, Goku Black shouts. Are you sure? Can you do this? Goku says back, powering up into his Akari form, then combining it with Super Saiyan to form his Super Saiyan Akari form. Goku Black seems very taken aback by this form, but he just transforms into a Super Saiyan because that's all he can do. Remember, we all get turns, Kakarot, Raditz says, backing away with the other three Saiyans that spectate. Goku flies forwards towards Goku Black and they clash, with Goku being far stronger. He launches his darker copy through a building, then shoots a one-hand energy wave that completely flattens the surrounding area. Goku Black is left quite injured, but he continues to fight since he believes he can win. He throws two powerful punches and a wild swinging kick that are all evaded by Goku. He doesn't even make any drastic movements, but instead uses readjustments to position himself in just the right area to miss any hits coming his way. This certainly infuriates the once divine being and makes him power up to the maximum, still being a Super Saiyan though. Once he hits Goku again, the Saiyan immediately notices how much stronger he's become. It's as if he jumped up from Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan 3 in terms of strength in just mere seconds. Goku blocks two more of Goku Black's hits before getting punched in his stomach, then kicked in the forearm. Both hits are tanked by Goku, but he certainly feels more of a heaviness to each strike. Now being more cautious, he flies upwards to try and force his opponent to chase him, then he abruptly strikes down with a kick to the head. Right after doing this, he ascends into Super Saiyan God and kicks Goku Black down once again with his much stronger power. Goku Black, now very infuriated, lets out a roar and zigzags his way up to Goku to try and catch him off guard. He strikes in from Goku's side, but he blocks without even looking at him. Then Goku Black circles him to try and hit him from in front, but Goku swivels around anti-clockwise and elbows him in the chin before punching him away with full force. Once he does this, Raditz signals that he wants to step in and Goku nods, dropping down to see what Raditz can do. As of now, Goku Black is winded and very hurt. Goku is way stronger in this what if, and even Goku Black's increase in strength isn't enough to account for his opponents as of now. Let me show you the power of a true Saiyan Elite. I am Raditz, do not forget the name, he says, powering up into his own Super Saiyan God form. He then flies forwards and clashes with Goku Black, who is clearly overpowered. Right after this, he flies behind him to kick him in the back, then launch a double Sunday right into his back. This literally leaves Goku Black on the ropes, and then Raditz intends to finish him off with a final punch. As he chases after the man, he seems to just get snatched out from the sky. This leaves the Saiyan perplexed as he scans his surroundings to try and locate his opponent. Then he finds him next to someone else standing on the ground together. Who is that? He shouts out to his fellow Saiyans. It's Zamasu. Two of them, Vegeta shouts back, now making Raditz concerned. Guess I'll have to turn this up to the max, Raditz screams, powering up further. His hair switches from red to blue and he ascends into a Super Saiyan Blue form, perfecting it by collapsing this draining aura. Now in perfected Super Saiyan Blue, he is way stronger and a far more fearsome foe for the likes of Goku Black. He flies down towards him while he also flies up in Super Saiyan, starting the fight off once again. Both fighters punch each other and Raditz is clearly the stronger fighter. At the end of the day, he is much bigger and muscular. He then kicks Goku Black into the air and uses instant transmission to appear behind him and launch his instant double Sunday attack. Goku Black gets slammed into the ground, which also cracks and caves in under the high force. As the smoke starts to clear, Goku Black is revealed to be even more injured. However, he still seems able to fight. Once he stands, he dusts off his clothes and begins to power up as much as he can. The ground starts to tremble under this force and then he transcends into his unique Super Saiyan Rose form. His aura is unsettling and breaks apart the rocks around him. "Do you still believe that you can defeat me?" Goku Black shouts upwards with confidence, getting to Raditz a little bit. "No, I won't be taken down by some counterfeit Saiyan. I won't stand for this," he thinks to himself, flying directly at Goku Black. They trade blows and Goku Black still manages to keep a smile while getting stricken right in his jaw. Raditz then swings out for a second punch, but he dodges and kicks the man away with ease. As he flies back, he follows right after him, then creates his special sickle with ki. Slashing at Raditz's stomach, blood goes flying everywhere and leaves Raditz somewhat weakened. This strike makes the True Saiyan even more concerned on what's to come, as Goku Black just doesn't seem phased at all. Raditz launches a quick ki blast to try and gain distance, but the ki sickle stabs directly into his chest. Blood spurts everywhere and he falls out of Super Saiyan Blue, now being far weaker. "I said that you couldn't stop me, Saiyans. Now look at you, mortal, on your last leg," Goku Black states, lifting his other hand to launch the finishing blow. Raditz, being smart, knows that there is nothing that he can do and simply awaits the blast, closing his eyes with a final smile on his face. However, Goku with Super Saiyan Blue kicks Goku Black in his arm and throws a senzu bean towards his brother for him to eat as the ki sickle is ripped from his chest. Vegeta and Nappa try to fly up to help, but Zamasu stops them with a smile, flying down to clash with Nappa. Up above, Raditz eats the senzu bean and receives a hefty Zenkai, now being closer to Goku in power and even surpassing Vegeta just slightly. Both Saiyan brothers stand beside each other as Goku Black slowly flies back up to their level. "We can take this guy out for sure, let's show him," Goku says, amping up Raditz as they both power up into perfected Super Saiyan Blue. Goku Black isn't intimidated by this power up at all and simply takes them both on at once, trying to punch them both in the chest. However, they both disappear from sight just like that. Raditz punches him in his arm and forces him back a little, then Goku slams into his back, hurling him downwards. As the evil Saiyan falls downwards, Raditz opens out for a double hand energy wave from below. Goku Black just about blocks and grabs the blast head on, which is then amped up by Goku's Kamehameha wave. These two energy waves combine and amplify each other as they engulf Goku Black in its harsh beam. Both Saiyans put everything they can into the ice blue beam to try and take out the man in one straight go. The bright beam of divine ki eventually makes its way into space and the smoke clears, leaving Goku Black, who literally blocked most of the blast himself. His clothes are ripped and torn, but he seems only moderately injured with classic cuts and burns everywhere. "You pests, I can't wait until the day that you mortals cease to exist." Goku Black screams out vehemently, engaging with the Saiyans once again. Down on the ground, Nappa seems to be handling Zamasu quite well. His power is enough on his own, but he can't just die, so he constantly comes back unscathed as the injuries from Nappa start to pile up on him. Also, Nappa isn't capable of perfecting Super Saiyan Blue, so his stamina and power continues to dip as he fights. After some time, Nappa is quite injured with several wounds across his body and Zamasu seems to look untouched. The only way you could tell that he was fighting is from his clothing and dirt all across his body. Vegeta swiftly hands Nappa a senzu bean, healing himself once again and amplifying his strength as his past limits are now broken with the Zenkai. The burly Saiyan screams as he feels his power break through its past limits. "Collapse Aura Nappa, ascend into the perfect form," Vegeta shouts, hyping up Nappa as he feels out his new strength. Elegantly, Nappa drops his arms and exhales to then stare down his opponent. He snatches a loose pole from the floor then forces it into Zamasu's stomach, kicking him into some parking lot building. Zamasu strikes out to try and hit him, but there is no movement, making Nappa slam him through the entire floor. Nappa punches him in the stomach then throws a punch to his jaw, finishing off with a kick that forces Zamasu through the entire building. However, Nappa uses instant transmission to appear directly behind him and chuck him right back into the building. As he continues to tumble and roll through it, Nappa grabs him from the ground and forces him through a smoking car that explodes on impact. The bold Saiyan just walks straight through the raging fire with ease and he grabs Zamasu by the pole in his stomach, grabbing him and walking him towards a thick, loose wire in the building wall. Zamasu struggles to get off the pole already in his chest, but before he can make any substantial movement, he is stabbed onto the wall through his chest. He coughs blood and feels incredibly weak as he struggles to move. So that will conclude the 9th part of What If Goku Was an Elite Saiyan. Please tell me something you liked about the What If, or something that I can improve on for the next part to make this What If as great as possible. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.